this just got a little bit more Star Trek-y, didn't it?
Hello, and welcome to Erotic Gibbon Adventure. Wait, no, we can't start like that. Previously, lady went missing. We dealt with a lot of bzzd and squawk. Now the thrilling conclusion.
Okay, it sounds like we have a gentleman to Jacques Hughes. Data, what do you think?
I'd like to see how Constable Lixie reacts to what we've discovered.
Well, you know what? On this planet, you can talk for the men. Okay, Crusher, that's fair. We'll go and talk to the constable. Why you no one me smart? We'll go and save the game. Welcome, new friends, to this very mature channel for adults. Alright. Shall we send in... Oh, f*** off. No, you know what? We'll send in Bev, because A, female, so she'll respect her, but also an actual bioscientist. So, we'll know what the heck to say.
I believe Consultant Idia is involved with smuggling rare species into the preserve.
Are you trying to pick up where Dr. Hunforsh left off? She accused nearly everyone else of the same thing.
So we've got the Zappy Zappy in one room, and then Zappy Zappy became Zappy Zappy brrr. And in this room we have a Chicken Man we can't turn down. It's a good game otherwise. Right. Come on, Crushy Crush Crush.
Idia persuaded you to hire a trader with a questionable reputation, and knowingly verified mistagged animals. Idia also uses neurotranquilizers, which he could have used to stun the doctor without triggering your surveillance systems.
Idia's been nothing but trouble since he got here. This time he's gone too far. I'll send for him so we can settle this once and for all.
I feel like, you know, we're talking about branching narratives. I feel like by bowing down to pressure and not taking phases with us to the planet's surface, I may have performed a minor fucky-wucky. We'll find out. Woo!
Please wait here until Constable Lixie returns.
I'll do you one better than wait here. I'll get, Data to nick her files. How's that?
No unusual reading.
Can we make her go again? Ooh!
Constable, we asked Consultant Idia to go to your office. He went to get some items, then suddenly beamed out. He seems moving on.
Thank you, you mighty rotund AI.
He must have called Aramet for help. The Ferengi has a subspace transporter. See if you can find Dr. Hunforsh.
There's a woman here asleep with a gag over her mouth. Maybe she knows.
That's her, you idiot. Wake her and send her here. And have a look around Idia's office while you're there. He might have left some evidence.
Oh, okay. Data. Okay. Crusher, could you convince her to leave again so we can nick her files? Oh, hello, you.
Have you captured Idia?
Breathy.
No. Unfortunately, he escaped with Aramet. This Federation team was sent to find you. Perhaps they can help.
Oh, you're right. It was a little bit... Rangers, I have a deadly mission for you. You have to hit some men made of putty. Zordon, that's the bugger.
I'm Dr. Beverly Crusher of the Enterprise. Don't worry, we'll find Idia and Aramet.
Forget them. We have to recapture the Mistag Sultus. It's already killed dozens of animals and destroyed several containment field generators.
You have to capture this creature before it does any more damage. Have the quarantine shelter generators been repaired?
The shelter force field will not help us. The creature escaped once, and it will escape again.
Ah, well, fortunately, I brought Lieutenant Commander Data with us when I chose the away mission. Sounds like the kind of thing he could boost.
Maybe you could rephase the force field somehow. That might be enough to stop the creature.
That might work. But the only place we can rephase the force field power is at the main power grid.
I'll go rephase the force fields.
Good. The power grid is on the other side of the preserve. Take one of the shuttles.
I hate to interrupt, but just how are we supposed to lure this creature back to the shelter?
It's good that I've put the subtitles on, isn't it? Because she's so hoarse, we're literally losing the ends of her words. The harmonic collector can emit high energy infields. Yes, use that as a bet. Why don't we just channel as much energy as we can? Yeah, let's go with the harmonic collector.
The harmonic collector can emit high-energy EM fields. Let's use that as the bait.
Yes, that should do it. V, I'll send one of the Watchers with you to the shelter to help set it up. If we can get the field power rephased, we might get that thing under control. I'll stay and monitor the situation from here.
I wish you'd leave so I could hack your computer. Alright then, I guess we should go and do the thing that she said to do. Shall we go take the Doobly Flap? I've never actually flown on one of these Doobly... Oh, green horse. Hashtag green horse, everybody. Do we need to power this jobby? I've got a power jobby. Oh, I seem to have misplaced my power jobby. Should we see if it will work without the power jobby? It will work without the power jobby. Maybe it doesn't. It just falls off now. Oh, this just got a little bit more Star Trek-y, didn't it? Oh my. Okay, we've got a lot of things to interact with here. Don't you hate it when games make you do things? We're going to have Data do the descriptions because he's usually the most literal, which is helpful.
This is the utilities distribution network. It controls the allocation of resources in the preserve, including electricity.
What else you got, big guy? We got a utility trunk.
The utility trunk controls the field energy distribution to the waveguide conduit networks.
Okay, what does this do?
Intriguing.
It's literally a screen. Mr. Data, would you do the honors? Cool.
The energy fields are responding. Frequency phasing complete.
There was something about that kind of animation in like the early to mid 90s. Because they were one-offs, they were really satisfying. They feel really high production. It's just really nice when you do something and you get one of those one-shot animations because someone's worked really hard to do it and it's just, yeah. When I was working on Grand Theft Auto 5 at Rockstar, it's one of my favorite things. Spoilers for GTA 5. Sorry, I didn't work on Red Dead, I worked on GTA. Like little moments when you're driving around early in the game and then you get this custom animation that only plays once of someone in the back of your car sitting up and putting a gun to your head, or a later mission where people are like on your boat that's driving through the city and you see these fights happening on the back of the boat and you can drive up to it and just watch this combat. Just that kind of, those beautiful, beautiful one-shot animations I love. And I think even going back here, being able to do something that has earned you that precious little animation you'll never see again, that clearly has been made with so much love, it's just very nice. And that may have not made any sense, but you know, I think everyone's got a favorite little animation.
Constable, has the harmonic collector been arranged?
Yes, but Dr. Hunforsh needs your help at the quarantine shelter. The only Watchers I could find are needed to oversee the other biotopes.
We will be there.
It's funny because it's true. Yes.
Just one more thing.
I am a troll.
Zudan tells me those generators won't hold up for long, and we can't afford to send much power to the shelter right now. Many biotopes are already on reserve power only.
After hiring me, people quickly found out that it's dangerous to have anything that you can use to disable other players in an online game. Because it was with absolute delight, I would either shoot someone with a taser, or shoot them from, like, get in a fire truck, drive it up to another player, and just scoosh them with a tiny bit of water. They fall over. They've got nearly 10 seconds of animation as their character stands up. Then you do it again, so they can never leave. It's such a horrendous troll, they changed it so those devices now cause damage. So you can't just keep someone in a permanent loop of giggling manically to yourself from one end of the office while making your boss not able to do their job. Just 45 minutes pinning the to a wall. Right, anyway. It doesn't matter if it's the only thing you do that night, as long as you get to ruin someone else's evening.
We will review the situation at the shelter when we arrive. Where will you be?
I'll be controlling electrical systems from my office. Then I have to call an emergency meeting of the Marassian Constabulary to explain just what's going on.
Okay, well, let's check our orders then. Yep, aware of that. She is a person. They all seemed fine. He seems kind of like a dickhead. Okay. Doctor?
Let's get to the quarantine shelter and trap that thing.
So, what, did you guys seriously build this entire location for me to press that one button? Bloody hell. I could... That's an insane amount of work. I wonder if this background was going to be used for something else that got cut and they didn't want it wasted, because that's an absurd amount of work, isn't it? Got the shuttle over here for this one room, and then we're here again. That's completely crazy. I'll just save back over. Like, see my balls, low, 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 low. It's a professional channel. Like and subscribe. Okay. Let's send Data down to talk to Little Miss, shall we? Thanks, weird one.
Have you devised a means to trap the creature?
In theatre, darling. In theatre, darling. This is something we call failing to play the room. You see, theatre acting and acting for television and the camera are very different because you've got to play the room. Here we have an unfortunate moment where the director has not informed our good actor here the person he's talking to is 100 feet away. So he's talking very intimately to her. Same volume, different quality. It doesn't sound right when he should be shouting at her.
It's all set up, but I need you to operate those consoles while I keep an eye on the creature from here.
What do you wish me to do?
The harmonic collector's hooked into console 2. Once activated, it'll emit high-energy pulses to lure the creature in.
Okay, so console 2. Did a little burp. Professional stream. Console 2 to summon a little beastie boy. But I feel like maybe I should set up the others at the other consoles?
These are the gate controls. If you cut the power, the access ways automatically open to keep workers from being trapped inside.
Well, you stand next to that one. Riker, what's this one?
We can activate the containment field from here. It should surround the harmonic collector.
Okay, then you stand next to that one. Troy, you can watch. There. You manage them.
We know very little about this creature, and I don't want anyone hurt. We'll follow Dr. Hoonforsh's instructions exactly.
Yes, number one. Okay. Data, continue your conversation. No, you know what, Crusher? Maybe your actor was told to shout. It seems to be piecemeal. You talk to her.
All right, what do I do first?
It's weird. Some of the lines apparently record in the back of a car.
The harmonic collector's hooked into console 2. Once activated, it'll emit high-energy pulses to lure the creature in.
I think... Pulses? I guess she just wants us to do it. Okay. Bev, slap the... It's a Sibian, everyone. Now what?
Done. What's next?
Once the creature gets here, close the gates. The controls are on console 1.
Oh, well, that's not what I expected. Sealed it the heck in. What about you, Lydia? I wish we had the phasers.
Done. What's next?
Quickly, activate the containment field, Console 3.
Well, I'd love to... Okay. Troy, this one's on you. Look, you can do something. Is this good? Bye!
We did it. Now what took you so long to find me?
Mate, you were bound and gagged in a guy's office. We thought you wanted some alone time.
It was a while before you were missed. Constable Lixie thought you were away on a field trip.
She was probably still upset that I accused her of smuggling. I suppose I should apologize to her, now that I know Idia was behind the whole thing.
Welcome aboard Kick A5S. It's nice
I
to have
assume
you.
Consultant Idia drugged you when you confronted him with your accusations.
Hi, Space Cowboy.
I didn't confront him. I was just looking for information. But after I asked him about the Sultus, he must have panicked and decided to drug me. I should have suspected when he invited me to dinner. He hates to hear people talk while he eats.
Might be being unfair here. She might just have a cold. And just didn't want to miss out on the chance of doing some acting. We've all been there.
So, Aramet was smuggling restricted species to Idia alone? The Watchers had nothing to do with it?
They were the ones who brought the Mistag boar to my attention in the first place. They weren't smuggling anything.
Idia certainly underestimated this creature's appetite for electrical energy.
That egotist, thinking he could get away with it. Some of these animals are even from Romulan space. Did he think I wouldn't notice?
Romulan animals? Are you sure?
The sound of two actors definitely recording at different times.
It would take more tests to be certain, but they definitely came from Romulan space. It's not surprising. Aramet does a lot of trading along the neutral zone.
What'll happen to this animal?
I'm sure Constable Lixie will want to send it back, unless I can convince her to keep it here. A creature like that doesn't come by every day.
I think the captain's going to make finding Idia and Aramet a priority. I hope this incident hasn't put the preserve too far behind schedule.
Kind of makes me wish we brought Picard with us. I mean, he'd be a liability. The man's got an electric heart. But it would have been quite fun to just play as Picard going, "Whatever, I like the animals. Petty, petty, petty." I presume that's how captains talk.
We'll manage. Besides, I have a few ideas to help speed things up.
Poppers.
I'm sure you do. Good luck, Doctor.
This is Marina Sirtis doesn't give a f*** anymore.
Beam us up.
Captain's log supplemental. Our successful attempt to locate Dr. Hunforsh has uncovered another mystery. Apparently, the creature responsible for the chaos on Marassia may have come from Romulan space. We are currently searching for the Ferengi trader Aramet. Despite somewhat questionable trading practices, he has never violated Federation law. Until now.
Captain, Tabak asks to speak with you.
Captain, I heard about what happened on Marassia. That creature you discovered. It sounds exactly like a Verenak, a Garidian creature. Except the Verenak was exterminated long ago.
Whee!
How could a Ferengi trader get hold of an extinct animal?
I have a theory. The followers brought many animals with them when they fled Gerid. It may be that this creature came from the followers' colony.
So if we learn where he got the animal, we may learn where the fifth scroll is.
I think this is a promising lead to pursue.
Captain, we've found Aramet. Our Ferengi trader should be at Jaward 3.
Set a course for the Jawad system.
Oh, Dini!
Engage.
That's right, everyone. It's time to continue doing a hecking Star Trek. Not maximum warp, thank you. Warp 5, because I want to look around the Jonathan Frakes seems to be the guy who has done the best voice acting. Everyone else is varying, and Worf also doing pretty okay. Troy having trouble because she's recorded in a box room. And dear Patrick Stewart, either very early in the morning or just no time for warm-ups. because he's entirely vocal fry. And while he's normally a bit vocal fry, he's like, hello, I'm a fish. It's got to the point where he's actually rolling his R's to crispen them for the recording, which is not something he usually does.
Miss LaForge, you have engineering.
Entering Federation space.
According to Aramit's flight plans, he should have arrived at Joward 3.
Mr. Data, report.
There is no ship in this vicinity. However, sensors are picking up subspace induction vortices headed for the Nygold system.
Maybe, Mystic, but I trust LaForge to fix it.
Set a course for the Nygold system.
Chances are I just happen.
Engage.
Toot toot! I read that is Risa an XCOM game. I just imagined controlling a cracked unit of people in tighty whities bombing about the beach. What's wrong? Is the life support going offline? Okay, while we are in zippy zappy mode.
Life support system at 50%.
Probably shouldn't. You probably should cut out.
Life support system at 50%.
That's Majel Barrett playing a computer and they haven't dulled her breathe in. Warning. We're off. Beep boop. Okay, fine. Apparently even you can't be trusted, LaForge. You've had enough of these people. More life support, please. If we have that much reactor power, I don't see why we have to go this slowly, really. Yeah. How do I increase our warp factor, is the question. In astrogation, presumably. Yeah. Oh shit, what's happening?
Hail them, Mr. Worf.
I missed what Worf was saying there because this game plays out in real time. Sounds like we found the ship we were looking for.
They are not responding.
Scan the ship. I want to know if Idia is on board.
His hull is lined with a neutronium alloy. Our sensors are unable to penetrate. They are attempting to flee. At maximum speed, they will be out of range in 12 seconds.
I'm unwilling to gun him out the sky. What do you guys think? Should we engage them in combat? Or shall we, let them flee? Right, I mean, I made a mistake in asking, haven't I? Bear in mind, lovers, that you are, first and foremost, Star Trek fans, but I'm creating a poll. They're evening out, but I don't think... unless the 40 lurkers suddenly decide they have a vested interest, I think I'm gonna have to gun them down. Alright then. We will engage them in hecking combat. Maybe we can convince them to surrender.
Shields up, Mr. Worf. Lock phasers. Mr. Worf, open a channel.
Aye, Captain.
Interesting. Here's a thought I never thought we'd get. We are requesting assistance in a search. If you do not surrender, we will be forced to take action. Hello, Jen. Let's go with the hard action, I think. We're going to have to do a little shout in Sector 236 at Tiagra.
This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Starship Enterprise. You are in violation of Federation trade laws.
Murder wins.
If you do not surrender immediately, we will be forced to take action.
I am Aramet, an honest Ferengi trader.
This actually
I
worked.
am not a criminal. Why does the Federation persecute me?
His ears blink. This is the best game I've ever played. This is the flushing toilets of point-and-click adventures. Hi, Jen. Nice to see you.
You are wanted for smuggling. You will accompany us to the nearest starbase where you will be turned over to the proper authorities.
Accusations require proof, Captain. I do not think Starfleet Command would enjoy hearing how you bullied a defenseless trader based only upon your suspicions.
Your last shipment to Marasia included several protected species banned from import under Federation law.
Nonsense. All of my animals are perfectly legal.
The animals listed in your records may have been legitimate, Aramat, but those weren't the ones you shipped. The restricted species were deliberately mistagged.
Okay, my lovers. I'm not sure how to handle this. We may have to go into combat, but I don't really want to. I'd like to be able to arrest the chap without blowing him up.
This is a terrible shock to me, Captain.
I like this guy.
My suppliers must have substituted the illegal animals to fill their orders. It is a sad thing when a supplier cheats an honest businessman like myself. I'm glad we could clear up this misunderstanding so quickly. If that is all, I'll be on my way.
Okay.
Perhaps the Romulans would be interested to learn that several of the species you transported came from their space. I think I'll send them a report. You do know what Romulans do to smugglers, don't you?
Oh, you have a point, Shadow. Maybe if we tailed him, we would have been able to follow him to where he found the thing. But maybe we can convince him to tell us.
What lies are you spreading, human? I didn't take any Romulan species. They were from Frigis.
Frigis. Okay, good to know.
Well, if we're mistaken, I'm sure you can explain everything to the Romulans when they find you.
I think you just can't bear to let a gorgeous guy like me out of your sight.
8 months, Viola. 8 months. 1 month away. I am gestating so hard. Like, oh my god. I am so gestated right now. It's getting quite intense, isn't it, Vela?
I am sure we can negotiate a deal, Captain Picard.
The only thing I'm willing to negotiate is your surrender, as well as Idia's.
You can take Idia, but I can tell you much in exchange for my freedom.
Oh.
Perhaps you'd be interested in some unusual movements of the Romulan fleet.
I would be interested in that, actually.
Mr. Data, transmit the coordinates of the brig so that Aramat can beam Idia to his new quarters. All right, Aramat, you've got a deal.
Done then. It is a fair exchange. You may have Idia and my shipping records immediately. Now, for the information you have purchased. I hear reports from the other side of the neutral zone, not that I've ever been there, of course, about a massive refit of the Romulan fleet.
Intriguing.
What kind of refit?
They've upgraded the warp coils and added secondary power cores to many warbirds.
Every time I see a Ferengi, I get hard. Every single time.
The weapon systems suffer, of course. It may even impair cloaking ability. But they could easily outlast any Federation vessel at maximum warp.
So they're faster but weaker. We should target the engines. Good to know.
It sounds as if the Romulans are in a race, one they want to win very badly.
Who can say what the Empire does or does not want?
This dick?
But a merchant always watches the spending habits of potential customers. For example, there has been a sharp rise in the price of ancient Tikan and Chodak relics in sectors near the neutral zone.
Like and subscribe for more Chodak content. I'm so glad that this has come back to the fore. I've missed saying Chodak.
Interesting information, if it's true.
I would never cheat you, Captain.
So believable.
Now, this has been very entertaining, but I do have other customers.
The Ferengi is moving away. Warp 5.
Let him go. We have what we came for.
You can literally hear the office behind Patrick Stewart. There were other men talking in that. You're right, it does look like we've given Riker Jean-Luc's head.
The report on Aramut's shipment is in the computer. Apparently the animals which Dr. Hune Forge thought were from Romulan space actually came from Shoniosho Epsilon 6, uncharted territory.
I'll be sure to look at that report soon, Number One.
There's more, Captain. We can check on those animals in the Federation morphology database. These creatures are definitely related to species from Garrett.
Intriguing.
Shanoishu Epsilon 6, or Frigis, as Aramut calls it, might just be our lost Garidian colony.
Be sure to alert our guests. Laying a course for Shonoisho Epsilon 6, Warp 5.
Aye, sir.
I would like to have to set the warp courses, etc. myself.
Engage.
But it looks like the only way to do that is to play the game on hard. And I feel like that probably makes the combat far too difficult as well. Let's do another save. I don't know if do we only get 9 save slots? We do. So this one, it can be something memorable so we know what we were doing.
If you got to the end, you got this song. Please hit the like button. I probably should have thought of that.